Hello everyone! Since hindi ako makatulog, and it's already 11:54 in the evening, might as well magte-take na lang ako ng video because I also want to share my medical journey for my US fiancé visa. So, pardon me if di masyadong maganda yung video quality because I'm just using my phone. And hindi din ganun kalakas yung audio kasi I'm just using the AirPods. I'm having a hard time kung gagawin ko ba siyang voiceover, but since I forgot to take videos what happened today, might as well magti-take na lang po ako ng video. So I can also help my kababayan na magti-take din ng medical examination for their any type or category ng kanilang visa. It's either US, New Zealand, Australia. Kasi sa St. Luke's po talaga iti-take yung medical examination on those countries. But furthermore, i-discuss ko po based on my knowledge for today. So, I'll start na. So, hi, I'm Sheila, by the way. And this is my first time taking a video. So, pardon me if sobrang likot ko pa. Because I'm having, di pa ako masyadong sanay na videohan at nagsasalita in front of the camera. So, yun po. Yes. So, I'm Sheila. I'm with my foreign boyfriend. US American citizen po siya. And we've been together for 9 years. And finally, we are able to file a fiancé visa. So, yun po. I'm not going to overshare na kasi, you know, privacy. So, on our case po, my boyfriend hired a lawyer. Doon po siya nakabase ang lawyer sa ngayon? Sa Spokane, Washington, neighbor state ng Idaho, because my boyfriend is from, my fiancé is from Hayden, Idaho. So, magkalapit lang po sila. So, yun din po yung So, let's start with a common question. Sa St. Luke's lang po ba talaga pwede magpa-medical? Pwede naman po dito sa probinsya or sa kung saan po ako naka-base, like big hospitals on my city. Yan din po yung tanong ko first, if kung pwede lang ba sa Davao, since I'm from Davao City. And then, meron naman pong big hospitals din dun sa amin. But, upon researching and then asking our lawyer, St. Luke's is the only hospital na talagang gumagawa ng medical examinations for the visas ng countries like US, New Zealand, Australia, so on and so forth. So, paano po magpapa-appointment ng medical examination sa St. Luke's? So, you can go directly sa kanilang website, sa SLEC. Hindi po sa St. Luke's po kasi yung St. Luke's main hospital po talaga is sa Makati. Pero yung sinasabi ko po na St. Luke's is yung extension clinic nila dito sa Ermita, kung saan malapit lang din po sa US Embassy. And other question is, sino po ba ang pwedeng magpa-appoint nito? On my case, and upon researching, ikaw po talaga o yung boyfriend mo or ikaw is yung magpapa-appointment nito through their website. So, may code ako dito. So, number 1, you need to book an appointment 2 weeks prior sa inyong visa interview. So, yung visa interview ko po is this upcoming June 24. And then, nag-book po ako ng medical appointment sa St. Luke's 2 weeks prior. So, June 3 po ngayon. 9 a.m. So, yung binook ko po is June 3, 9 a.m. Since 2 weeks after that is my visa interview this upcoming June 24. And the other question, kasi at first, ito din yung pinakamalaking question ko, if how much does it cost for the medical examination dito sa St. Luke's. So, for adult, this is, wait, adult, that's 28,650. For pedia naman po, yun yung mga 14 years old below. I think half price po siya, like 13,000-ish. Di ko na remember yung exact numbers. Pero sure po ako dito sa adult, which is 15 years old and above. That's 28,650 for the whole medical examination. Included na po yung gonorrhea test, physical examination, yung mga vital signs, yung x-ray, screening, immunization. For the immunization naman po, there's a possibility bibigyan ka nila ng immunization. So, yes, di-discuss po natin dyan. So, isa-summarize ko lang po yung very important details for the medical examination dito sa St. Luke's Extension Clinic. So, first, you need to book an appointment 2 weeks prior or 2 weeks before your visa interview. So, in my case, June 3 yung binook ko kasi 2 weeks after that is June 24 is my visa interview. Number 2, how much does it cost? Medical cost, the whole package na po ng medical examination for USA visa type is 28,650. And may discount pa po yun. If ever you have a senior citizen card or under ka po sa PWD, bibigyan ka po nila ng discount, which is good. And then, number 3, yung address ng SLEC. So, para hindi na po kayo mahirapan, what I did on my part is from the airport, Terminal 3, kasi galing pa po ako ng Davao. So, Airport Terminal 3, NAIA Terminal 3, I'm sorry, is nag-book lang po ako diretso ng Grab. Down here, diretso na sa SLEC. So, that's 43 to 45 minutes away from the airport. And, yes, the other one naman is open hours ng SLEC. I think open sila from 7 a.m. hanggang 5 or 6 p.m. So, may nakalimutan na pala ako. So, i-discuss pala natin yung medical requirements. So, hanapin ko lang po siya saglit. Ito. Medical examination instructions. Ito yung print out ko galing sa lawyer na hinar ng boyfriend ko. Ito po. Medical instructions. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to comply 5 medical requirements. So, first is the medical examination appointment confirmation from SLEC. So, ito po yun. Ito po yung binook ko galing sa website from SLEC. So, ito po. Tuesday, June 3, 2025. Time is 9 a.m. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Then, dito po din nakalagay yung tawag nito. Applicant's name, applicant's age, yung package, US adult, since I'm already 28 years old. And then, discount is 0% since regular lang naman to ako. And then, amount to be paid is 28,650. So, for the, naman po, for this one, for the amount to be paid, pwede nyo po siyang bayaran through online, only at Security Bank. And then, on my part, since gahol na po ako sa oras, nagbayad na po ako dito sa cashier. Which is okay lang din naman po. And then, very fast yung transaction nila dito. And then, 2 is the visa interview letter. So, visa interview letter, saan na nga yun? Ito. So, visa interview letter. Muntik pa ako magkamali dito kasi ibang letter pala yung na-print ko kanina. So, lumabas muna ako saglit sa St. Luke's. Since sa harap lang din naman yung mga print and Xerox. So, ito po. So, yung talagang dapat na i-print mo is andun yung case number, your name, and then what category or visa type. And then mine is, andito po sa pinakamataas yung case number ko, my name, and then K1 visa. So, yep. So, that's for the second requirements. Third is the valid passport and a copy of the page with your picture. Huwag niyo po siyang i-resize. Naka-highlight yung ano nila. Naka-highlight yung pagkalagay. Do not resize or reduce. So, ito. And then, third, a copy of your immunization records. So, immunization records. Ano po ba yung pwedeng i-submit mo dito? It's your COVID vaccination. So, what I did is, nagpa-print po ako nitong COVID vaccination certificate. And then, nagpa-laminate lang din po ako in case kailangan nila ng physical or original. And then, hard copy for their own copy. And then, next is the DS260 confirmation page. Wait lang. Ang dami ng papers dito sa harap ko. Bear with me. DS260. So, yung about naman po dito sa DS260, nagtanong po ako before sa lawyer namin. So, DS260 and 160 is as one lang pala siya. So, ito po. It's from the US Department of State with your face and then a confirmation. Pero, yung nakalagay po dito is DS260 pero yung nakalagay po dito sa taas is DS160. So, okay lang po yan. Iisa lang po yun sila. And then, ano pa ba yung nakalimutan ko kanina na nilabas ko? I think that's it. So, 5. Medical examination confirmation letter from St. Luke's Extension Clinic or ASTLEC. Visa interview letter na nakalagay yung case number nyo, your name, and then your visa category. And then, your valid passport. And also, do not forget to present always your passport kasi kailangan po nila. Yan po. Your valid passport and a copy of your copy of the page with your picture. Next is copy of your immunization records. COVID vaccine. Yun po yung hinihingi nila. And then DS260 or 160 confirmation page. Yun po. So, let's start na kung anong nangyari sa akin today. Ba, ang pangit ng lighting. So, as what I've said po kanina, 9 AM, June 3, yung binook ko po. But since I arrive early here, siguro bandang mga 7:50, andito na po ako sa ASTLEC. Pero pinapasok na po ako ng guard. And then you have to wait. Natatawagin yung time nyo. But since di naman masyadong madaming tao kanina, so wala pang 8 AM, pinapasok na ako. And then, like, let's say 5 or 10 minutes na paghihintay, tinawag na po yung mga nakaschedule ng 9 AM. may kodigo ako again. So, what happened to me today is for June 3, 9 a.m. yung schedule ko. So, first step, pumunta ako sa photo room kasi kukunan ka ng litrato po doon. And then next, second floor, screening and encoding your details. May interview po doon. May hihingiin din silang requirements. So, you need to prepare all your requirements din po. As in, dapat naka-photocopy po lahat. Kasi, kukunin nila yung ibang requirements mo. So, at least may backup ka or may soft copy ka. So, if ever kailangan mo ulit ng copy, ready ka nang magpa-print out again for your own reference. And then, next is the blood collection. So, sa blood collection naman po, while kinukunan ako kanina ng dugo, nag-wonder ako, bakit ang tagal? Tsaka, ang laki pa naman ng karayom, naka-insert pa dito. So, pagtingin ko po dun sa nurse, 4 vials pala yung nilalagyan ng dugo. From the blood collection is the x-ray. So, tips ko lang po, kasi kung anong nangyari sa akin kanina is, third time akong kinuna ng x-ray. Like, as in, siguro hindi masyadong makuha nung nurse or ng staff kanina, yung pagganon ko, and then hingang malalim. Hindi ko siya magawa ng tama, kasi yung nakalagay na machine dito sa baba ko, sobrang taas. So, nahihirapan akong i-hold yung breath ko, which is my fault and the machine's fault, siguro. So, yun po. Tips for that is, hingang malalim, and then hold your breath para super clear po ng image ng lungs nyo. And then, next, vital signs. Dito din. May mali din ako na nagawa kanina. Vital signs, height, and weight. Kukunan ka po dito. So, sa vital signs, if hindi nyo po masyadong bet yung walking, kasi madali po kayong hingalin, wag na lang po kayo mag-stairs doon, mag-elevator na lang po kayo. Kasi what I did is nag-stairs ako since di ako makahintay na dumating yung elevator. So, nag-stairs ako, dahil pagdating ko ng doon sa kukunan ako ng vital signs, which is the blood pressure, ganun-ganun pa yung heartbeat ko, as in sobrang lakas. Kasi nga nag-stairs ako, tsaka hindi ko masyadong bet yung walking. Kasi nga madali akong hingalin. Wala naman ako problema sa heart or anything or sa lungs. It's just that hindi ko talaga bet yung walking or mga anything na cardio. So, yun pagdating ko. Thrice na naman akong kinunan or twice akong kinunan ng blood pressure. First blood pressure ko is 151. Next is 153. Kahit nag-rest na ako ng 10, hindi naman yung 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Pinarest ako ng 5 minutes. Ganun pa din yung heartbeat ko. Kasi nga, yung first blood pressure ko is sobrang taas na. So, nag-overthink ako. Ninervyos ako. And then later, ang tinawag na naman yung name ko. Ganun pa din yung heart ko. 153 na naman yung result. So, sinabi po nung staff is baka possible na kukunan na naman ako ng BP ni Doc sa loob ng clinic niya during the physical examination, which happened din naman. Kinunan ako pangatlo. For the third time, blood pressure na naman, 150 talaga. As in, mind. Pag-iisipin mo talaga, nag-overthink ka, especially me, na overthinker. And then, every time I think about it, mas kinakabahan ako more. So, yun. You need to avoid that kasi yun yung main reason kung bakit tataas yung blood pressure natin. The more we think, the more magiging ganun din yung result niya. So, yes. For the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 step ng medical examination is the eye test. Ito. Ganon. Ganon. Dai yung letters, dai. Sobrang liit. First is, makikita mo pa siya. Second is, almost sobrang labo na. Especially me na merong astigmatism. Pero wala naman siya masyadong, nothing to worry naman kung hindi mo talaga siya masyadong mabasa. Kasi I think, as what I've heard before sa mga past videos na chinek ko sa YouTube, parang mag-recommend lang yung doctor sa kanila ng eyeglasses or things like that. So, nothing to worry. And then, for the 7th step is the physical examination with the doctor. Ito yung kaninang sinasabi ko. Nakinunan ako for the 3rd time ng blood pressure ng doctor sa loob ng clinic niya. So, what we did inside, pinahubad ako from top to bottom. Iniwan lang yung tawag nito, yung underwear tsaka bra. Higa ako sa bed, excuse me, nagbaburp. Pinahiga ako sa bed. The doctor checked if may mga bukol ako. If may thyroid, may mga bukol dito. And then, chinek yung lungs ko. Inhale, exhale. And then, the interview. So, sa interview naman, ito yung tips na may halong konting siguro white lies. So, if ever hindi kayo ready na may further or may more tests silang hihingiin sa'yo, siguro magno-no ka na lang. Pero in my case naman talaga, no talaga yung lahat ng sagot. Pero if ever sa inyo na ayaw nyo ng hassle or ganyan, siguro mapapa-white lies kayo. So, common question is, may high blood ka ba? May diabetes? Nagsashabu ka ba? May alcohol addiction ka ba? Dumaan ka na ba sa stroke? Are you pregnant? Or nakunan ka ba before? What else pa ba? May kasama ka bang may sakit na tuberculosis sa bahay nyo? Nagka-TB ka na ba? Nag-under ka ba ng DOTS program? Yung 6 months na gamutan. And then, nagka-cancer ka na ba? May history ka ba ng cancer? Yung mga ganon-ganon na nag-travel ka na ba within the, after 6 months or 6 months, basta may something ganyan. Yung mga ganyan na question, itatanong yan lahat ni Doc. So, on my case, I answered everything talaga, truthfully. Pero if ever sa inyo na may mga history na ganon, like pulmonary or yung may mga kasamang may tuberculosis sa bahay, kung ayaw nyo pong kung ayaw nyo pong may hihingiin pa na other tests sa inyo, siguro mapapa-white lies kayo. But I'm not recommending it, okay? I'm just saying, sa base sa nangyari kanina. Kasi may kasabayan ako kanina, nakausap ko siya. So, yung kasabayan ko kanina, we were talking about yung sputum test. So, yung sputum test is yung i-check yung wait lang. Sputum test, i-check yung kung may tuberculosis ka ba or ganyan, or pulmonary something, ganyan na sakit. So, nung nakita kami sa baba, na-shock siya kasi hiningian siya ng sputum test, which is na-shock din ako kasi hindi naman ako hiningian. So, nag-wonder kaming dalawa like, naghingi sila sa'yo ng sputum test? Wala sa akin. Yung sinabi lang kanina sa akin sa triage is, ma'am, you're done for the day. Bumalik po kayo tomorrow, which is naka-attach naman po dito. Itong maliit na papel na may highlighter. You're done for the day. Bumalik po kayo tomorrow, June 4, ng 3 p.m. Pick up nyo po yung lahat yung results nyo. And then, there's a possibility for immunization. Yun lang talaga yung sinabi sa akin. So I assume right away, okay, wala nang sputum test sa akin. Kasi sa other patients, sa other applicants, hinihingian sila ng sputum test. Kasi I think, doon sa physical examination and interview ng doctor, doon magdedepende kung hihingian kayo ng sputum. So, yung sa kanya, yung kasabayan kong sinasabi kanina, hiningian siya ng sputum, which is very hassle na siguro when I saw it on the paper, especially na hindi kami taga Manila. Siya is from Dipolog, ako from Davao. If ever hihingian pa ako ng sputum test, dagdag gastos yun. Dagdag gastos, more work to do, ano pa ba? Super hassle. In just one word, hassle talaga siya. Kasi magsasubmit ka ng saliva mo for 3 days. So, and then sabi niya, 2 to 3 months, I'm not sure. Basta based lang sa sinabi niya kanina, 2 to 3 months lalabas yung result sa sputum. And then, June 10 is yung visa interview niya. So, nung narinig ko yun lahat kanina, parang naguluhan ako more. Kasi yung sa akin, luckily talaga, hindi ako hiningian ng sputum test. Kasi by June 24, visa interview. So, yeah, diba? Siguro tips na lang para hindi kayo hingian ng sputum test and other laboratories, further laboratories ng SLEC is stay fit, be truthful sa mga sagot nyo, especially sa mga maintenance na gamot nyo na tinitake, like for high blood, for diabetes, ganon. And then, what else pa ba? Stay fit. Water therapy lang talaga. Water therapy for at least 1 week. Para maganda yung result ng medical examinations natin sa mga laboratory na hinihingi nila. So, yun. Eat healthy. Siguro exercise for a bit. Bago yung examination nyo. And then, ito yung mali ko talaga. I check all the boxes. Nag-water therapy ako. Though hindi ko siya nagawa ng 1 week or at least like 2 to 3 days. Nag-water therapy ako. And then matulog kayo ng sakto, which is di ko nagawa kanina or today. Since yung flight ko, 2 a.m. in the morning. So I need to be in the airport ng 12 midnight. So wala akong tulog. So dumating flight ko ng 2 a.m. Dumating ako ng Manila 4 a.m. Kumain muna ako ng breakfast. Uminom ng tubig, ganun. And then, 7 a.m. umalis ako ng airport. Diretso ako ng SLEC. So, walang pahinga. So, siguro, yun din yung suspect ko kung bakit mataas yung blood pressure ko kasi wala akong saktong pahinga. As in, or hindi naman wala akong saktong pahinga, kundi wala talaga akong tulog. Wala akong pahinga kanina. Tsaka naglakad pa ako. Sobrang dami ng lakad ko kanina. So, yung heartbeat ko, ganun talaga. Yung blood pressure ko, skyrocket. Which is mali, diba? And then, overthinker pa ako. So, the more I think about it, mas nagiging totoo siya. So, yun lang po yung mga tips na masasabi ko talagang very helpful. 1, stay fit, eat healthy foods, water therapy, matulog ng sakto bago kayo magpa-medical, 8 hours, 5 hours, as long as masasabi mo talagang well-rested ka. And then, walking. Siguro walking sa mga bet na mag-walk dyan para yung heart health nyo is maganda. And then, mentally, ito yung mali ko kanina talaga. Mentally, you need to be fit. Because the more you think about it, mas nangyayari siya. So, wag po kayo mag-isip ng kung ano-anong mga mali or mga what if ganito, what if ganyan. Kasi talagang mangyayari siya. So, yung kanina sa akin, overthinker ako, naturally ko na talaga yun. Ang daming what if na pumapasok sa akin kanina. Like, what if hindi ko maipapasa yung medical examination? Anong mangyayari sa amin? Anong mangyayari sa akin? Uuwi ba kung luwaan ng Davao? Yung mga ganun-ganun na eksena sa utak ko. Which is not good. Okay? Which is not good. So, you need to be mentally fit and you need to have a strong support from your partner. And please, do not forget to pray po talaga. Do not forget to pray. I'm telling you, it works a lot and it works all the time. So, yun lang po. Finally. So, yung mangyari sa akin tomorrow is ipipick up ko na lang po yung tawag nito, yung result ko tomorrow, and then based dun sa mga nakita kong past video sa YouTube, kasi before I came here and before may tawag nito, before may medical appointment sa SLEC, is nag-check muna ako ng mga other videos ng other people na nag-upload sa YouTube para may idea na ako, you know. And then, yeah. So, I think I can call it as a day. And we had a productive day today. And then, everything went good. So, meron na tayong confirmation for tomorrow na ready to pick up na yung results ko sa second floor reception ng 3 p.m. So, June 4, 3 p.m. kukunin ko na yung medical results ko. And then, while checking ng other videos ng ibang mga nag-upload sa YouTube, may sinasabi sila na may medical results daw na kailangan, na nakalagay sa brown envelope and you are not allowed to open it. So, please do not open it kasi based dun sa mga nabasa ko, or parang hindi ko siya na print out. So, based yung PDF na sinend sa akin ng lawyer namin is nakalagay dun brown envelope for I think medical result yun, that you are not allowed to open it, but you have to submit it and bring it with you upon entering the US. And also, you also need to bring it with you, yung sinasabi kong brown envelope, during your visa interview. Kasi I think, hanapin niya ng consulate. So yeah, parang hindi pa ako masyadong sure. Pero, yun yung idea na meron ako. So, if ever man, na dumating kayo sa point na may ibibigay yung SLEC sa inyo na brown envelope and other medical results, keep it with you, but please do not open the brown envelope kasi naka-highlight po yan. So, that's all for tonight. So, I think naka-help. Wag lang yung pagiging overthinker ko. Sana, hindi po nakaka-help. Seriously. So, okay. Good night, everyone. Oh my God, di talaga ako sanay mag-video. So, ayun po. So, good luck to everyone. Good luck to me also. And hopefully, we can pass our medical examination sa SLEC. And we can fly anytime soon. Bye-bye!